Oh. Hi, I'm Tim Norris. My lovely wife is the camera operator. We're the owner-operators of Concho Hills Guest Ranch. We're giving these riding tips to help our guests to come to understand some basics about riding and kind of shorten the time, because we can't ride out there until we know how to control our horse in here. The thing I want to talk about today is neck reining. And before I do that, I would like to point out the bit that I have. You hear that noise? This is a great bit that's developed by Pat and Deb Puckett, and it's a wonderful training bit because it kind of helps you read the horse's mind. I'm going to step off here for a second and show you this bit. It's called the missing link snaffle. As you can see, it's a snaffle bit. The reins attached directly to the rings. There's no leverage involved. Also, that noise you heard, that's called a cricket. And the cricket helps you read the horse's mind. If you are riding a horse and that cricket is absolutely silent, then that means the horse is tight-mouthed and it's really upset. If you hear it's just constantly running like that, well, that tells you that the horse is really anxious and frustrated, if you will. So if you're out training your horse and it just becomes this constant thing, well, it's probably time to break off the training. But anyways, this is a fabulous training bit. It's made by Pat and Deb Puckett, and if you go to their website, they have a ton of free information on there. But I just wanted to show you this bit. Now, why is the bit important? The bit's important because what you have on the horse's head tells you how you need to move your hands. So not all bits are designed to be handled the same way. And that's why you need to extract the principles behind the bit to understand how to move your hands. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about neck reining. Neck reining is to use the pressure of the rein on the horse's neck to get him to turn right or left. The problem with neck reining, it's a very casual turn. The horse is walking hollow back and you're going to be walking forward in an arc. Well, let me show you what I mean. So you can see that it's a very casual turn. The horse is walking a big arc to turn right or left. And that is the disadvantage of neck reining. The advantage of it is it's very easy on the horse. You can make little slight adjustments one side to the other, and but if you're working at a cow pen or trying to make a tight turn, the neck reining just really isn't the type of reining. You want to learn to use your body and your seat in order to get the horse to turn. So the difficulty that most of our guests have with neck reining is that they like to choke up too much on the reins, and that is something that we talked about in the Holy Trinity video, was that we don't want to balance off the horse's head. In order for neck reining to be effective, it's the weight of the horse's rein against their neck. And again, they feel that pressure on there, and then she will turn her head depending upon which way I move the reins. We don't want to come into contact with the bit when we are doing our neck reining. I mean, we don't want to go too far like this, because now I'm using bit action. And the way your horses normally start out being trained is in a snaffle bit or a bosal, And it's a direct reining bit, meaning it's the only bit that's designed for your hand taken out to the side. And that's what we mean by direct reining. By pulling on this side, I'm actually putting force on her left side of her head, which is causing her to turn her head. Okay? Now, with neck reining, I want the weight of the rein against her neck in order to have her turn her head. So the most common mistake that you'll see with people is that we'll tighten up, choke up on the reins, and I'm going to do something that's kind of rude to my horse, but it's going to illustrate the point. And that is, if I take my hand here, and then I'm going to take her head far to the right or left, and I want you to notice that her head right now is vertical. She feels comfortable and balanced. That's the way the horses normally have their heads. Now I'm going to take her head way to the left, just like this, and see how she's just tilted her head? The wrong direction actually for a turn. And we don't want to do that. Because of the thickness of her neck, if I take and I pull to the outside, I'm actually doing what she's been trained to do, and that's, there's tension on this side, turn your head to the right. So it's actually having the opposite effect. So that's one of the biggest issues with people that come here, and I don't know where they've learned, and you see it in the movies all the time. They grab the horse and they jerk to the right or to the left. It's almost painful to watch the poor horse. But when you look at the next Western, watch the horse's eye and see if they feel comfortable at making that turn. So what we want to do instead is ride with loose reins so you're not in contact with the bit, and we want to use the signal to the horse in order to get them to turn their head. So you can see it's just the reins touching her neck, which is telling her to turn. Okay? Now again, it's a very casual turn, but you don't go more than 4 to 6 inches. If you're going out here feet because the horse isn't turning, look again what we're doing to the horse. So that's some of the common mistakes with neck reining. You want to have loose reins. You want to extend your arm forward. And let me show you the reason why for that. Okay? Down back here, or if I'm up here like a T-Rex trying to ride my horse, then the reins are down here on her shoulder where all that other leather gear is. If I want her to be on the sensitive part of her neck, all I do is extend my arm, and look how far forward the reins have moved. Now it's down here in the middle of her neck, and it's much more sensitive to her. She'll feel that much more easily than having it back here where the saddle and the breast collar or pulling collar rest. Extend your arm, right or left, 4 to 6 inches, and watch the horse turn. Walk up. Okay. So neck reining is very casual. It's a great way of making small turns, but it's not going to be a tight turn that you need if you're really using your horse to work. A better way is to learn how to use your seat, use your body, use your legs, and then that way you don't have to use the reins or get in the horse's mouth at all. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the video clip. Leave your comments below, and we hope to ride with you soon.